everyone, and hello Exie in the chat before I even made it. How are you, Exie? For everybody, I am Denise Mika Hutchins, and I'm broadcasting to you from Studio Mikarts. It's Chibi Friday, and it's also super hot in my studio, so hold on a second. I've got a flannel shirt on top of my t-shirt. I gotta take it off, it's so hot. I'm already sweaty and I haven't even started any working. There. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, it's Chibi Friday. I don't remember what I said so far. It's Chibi Friday, so I decided that I will start a new custom emote. And I think what was next on my list, I had to go in my notebook actually. I didn't have a chance to go in my notebook, but I had a list of what I wanted to do for the custom emotes, and I think happy was next, which is what I wrote on for the title. Oh yeah, I have hello, goodbye, happy, and then I have cute after that. So I'm gonna work on happy, making happy emote featuring Studio Mikarts mascot Ranger. I have not gotten out any of my stuff yet. So I don't know, Exie, if you were stuck in ads or something, but hello! Here it is. My sketchbook. I need my sketchbook, and I need I'm a little bit late getting started because I didn't want to miss my snack today. so I have my left of my snack, half a cucumber still, and some peppers. Little sweet peppers. I had some peanut butter toast with chia seeds. Okay, so for these custom emotes, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing from the beginning with the past two, which is even brainstorming. I'm gonna do here because it's such a relatively simple thing that I feel confident doing brainstorming on stream, so I don't have to do too much like research and like reading stuff on Wikipedia to learn about such and such animal or something. I don't have to do that for these because these are just basically expressing an emotion in an image. Oh good. Oh good, excellent. Yay. Okay, I'm drinking my water. There's still some chia seeds stuck in my teeth. Hopefully I don't get distracted trying to get them out. Usually if I just drink enough water, they leave my teeth. Okay, what do I want? I want my favorite mechanical pencil, my little Celeste Animal Crossing one that I got in Japan last year. It's my favorite. Oh, thank you for asking. I am. I'm doing great. I'm so glad it's Friday though, because it's interesting. I really like this schedule that I've got going on for my work week. This is the second full week now, doing the, or do I want this one, or do I want, I'm changing my mind. I want to use pen for this first part. But anyway, I woke up like ready to go and wanting to get to work, but I still found myself to be extremely distractible. Oh, this is too soft of a brush. Well, I'll finish writing the date. So I am glad that it's Friday so that I can get a break and recharge my brain. My brain is willing, but it's kind of starting to run on fumes, I think. I couldn't think of what to do for my writing. I had a lot of I actually read a little bit of my how to write a novel book that I haven't read in a while because I was just like, I feel stuck at figuring out how to get this to match up with this. Aw, thank you. Yay. Yeah, I guess that means that this is a good work schedule because it's enough that I'm like getting a bunch done and I'm pushing myself a little bit, but it's Friday now, so I'm not running out of steam too early. Ah, this is much better. This is also a brush pen. but it's much smaller so I can write a more natural size for me. I always like when I start sketches for a project, write the date and what it is. And then I can come back to it later. Either just for funsies or because I'm trying to figure out how did I do that so that I can sort of replicate the workflow. Okay, another drink of water. The peanut butter toast needs the water to help digest it. Okay, so supposed to be happy. So let's just get started with some quick sketches. Some ideas that I've had floating around in my head and see. So the first one that comes to mind is just a basic straight on, straight up and down kind of, and then with like the anime happy eyes, of course. A puppy nose and a, I feel like open mouth. It's got to be open mouthed. Little toofies, tongue. Because she's a puppy. Something like that. So this is the first idea that comes to mind for happy. Most basic, straightforward. So Exie, how are you? Hope you're well. You usually are. Another one I thought of after I was thinking of this one was to tilt the head. But basically the same thing, just tilted. I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but I've never, until my little dog Chappie here, I've never had a dog that actually made this face because they were happy or excited. It was always like, oh, I took a cute picture of my dog and it looks like he's happy, but actually he's just panting because it's hot. But Chappie actually does. When she's all excited and playful, she actually does this face, just like this. I think that's not bad either. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I'm so glad to hear it. It's always good. Even if it's the same, I think that that's good. Nice level of good every day. Doing all right. Okay, so I had the idea. I have this book, Facial Expressions. And it's all these black and white photos you can use for reference. And it even has examples of people using the images. Oh, wait, here's one. Using the images. Oh, look, it's even a happy one. So I thought I would flip through here and see if it... I mean, these are humans, but even though Ranger is a dog, Shiba Inu, she's still representing human emotions with these emojis, so... Oh, here's one. This one. It's like a 3/4 view, and I could have Ranger looking to the side, so looking toward the viewer. So let's try that. Oh, I know it seems so dark in here. I haven't mentioned it, but it's been bothering me, and I did not open my curtains yet. I don't know if it makes a difference to the stream lighting, but it makes a difference to my own eyes to get my curtains open. Hey, Exie, has it been a third day yet for a movie poster? Oh, okay. No difference on camera. That's good to know, so that if there's sometimes there are days when it's so bright outside that I don't want the window open because it's too bright, too much strong light coming at me from the side in my peripheral vision. But right now, it's like, oh, it's so dark in here. I can't see anything. Not that bad, actually, but... Okay, so just sort of... It's straight on and straight this up and down, but turn to the side. Oh, she won't be looking. I mean, I guess she could be looking. But I really want the happy anime eyes. I really want the happy anime eyes, so. I was thinking that her pupils would be looking over. But in my personal visual language, the anime happy eyes, it equals happy. So those up carrots, you know, when you're typing a cow emoji. So just something like this. This is just an idea. Another idea. I'm liking this one so far, actually. Though I already did a sort of sideways one, so maybe this would... I mean, I've only done 3 so far, but... Oh, on the same page, here's one. She's looking more up. Like her head is tilted up. Let's try that one. Oh, Wolf is here too! Hello! Oh, cool. You have to share it to me. Edward Scissorhands used to be my favorite movie when I was like a teenager. So I want to see it. Yay! Alright, tilting the head slightly up. Okay, well that's really tilted up, but what the heck, let's try. This is the time when you try lots of crazy stuff. Or ideally, that's what you're doing. This is a good, good to show the mouth for the happy face. Wolf, how are you? I don't know if I actually asked. I don't remember if I actually asked. This one might be good, especially if I find a reference image of a Shiba Inu looking up like this, so I could get the proportions a little bit more based on reality. I feel like this would actually be... And I don't have... So let's see. Oh, look at it right now. The hello one is facing straight on, but slightly tilted this way. The goodbye one is facing even more than 3/4 away, like you're seeing mostly the back of the head. So we don't have one yet really up like that. Although this might be better for like a laughing one, but I guess it could be used for happy or laughing. Okay, I'm gonna flip through some more of these expression reference images. See if there's some other... Oh, this is an interesting one. Let's just try it just to try it. A down view looking up. Oh man. Yeah, we've got that too. And it's supposed to rain today, which is bad news because we have so much snow that it's just going to turn it all into giant blocks of ice. Like, I don't think it's going to melt all the snow because we have so much. It's interesting that we're so far apart, but it seems like it's the same kind of weather happening. Oh, was it the first time you saw Edward Scissorhands then? Or was it just like you have been refreshed about it? Okay, so, yes, this... Oh, you can't see what I'm pointing at, but this up... A down view looking up. I am absolutely determined to have the happy anime eyes, though. Oh, so it's actually quite like this one, but just from the side. I just realized. Oh, that's kind of cute, too. Definitely need a reference image, though. It just looks like a generic animal character. It could be a bear. I think I've had that. I think I've been having that happen. But anyway, got the overall idea in here. It does seem more like laughing, though. To have the head tilted up. Oh, it was your first time. What did you think of it? I mean, the fact you're making a movie poster, I feel like sort of means that you might have had a good impression. I loved it, especially, oh goodness, what's his name? I think it's Daniel something. Anyway, the person who composed the music. I can't remember. He's one of my faves. No, not Daniel, is it? It's Danny Elfman. Haha, maybe it is Daniel. Danny Elfman, I love his music so much. It's one of my top faves. It's probably my fave after John Williams. Okay, those are more like laughing. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, I mean, I have not tried very many different things, so let's keep looking and trying, but I'm really starting to think that something like this or something like this, and more straight on. Because when I look at this, it's like, oh, this is like classic happy face. And so I already did, look at this. They could be twins. Look at yeah, Danny Elfman. So good. I always forget, every time I watch The Simpsons, I watch The Simpsons a lot around Halloween because of the Treehouse of Horror. And I'm like, oh yeah, he did the theme. I always forget, and then every year I get reminded. Oh, here's a different interesting one. I mean, it looks a little scary, maybe. But this is a different angle, having the top of the head angled forward. Let's try that. Okay. Angled kind of like this, and then this. And then we do these kind of anime happy eyes. And the nose will be farther down because of perspective. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be cute. That's cute. Man, even like this doesn't even necessarily need the mouth open because it looks so cute. And I think it looks happy because of those happy eyes. Ooh, yeah, and so is. Here, I'll show it again in case anybody at this point in the live stream wants to know what it is. This facial expressions book. It's just super good. I've used it for all kinds of stuff, and it has all kinds of different people in it, different angles, expressions, haircuts, glasses, no glasses, etc. So it's great for just like practice. For one class, for my human presence drawing class, we had to draw, I think it was 50 heads or 100 heads. And so what I did, because you could draw them in any way you wanted. You could choose the method, you could choose the media. You just had to draw heads. So I took tracing paper, put it over the top, and then and I think I used something just like this, like a brush pen, and I just drew 50 of these pages of faces. Not 50 pages, but 50 from these pages. And so I was getting all kinds of different expressions, different facial features. Okay, I want to try this one again, but with the mouth open. Happy eyes. Happy anime eyes. Maybe at this angle the tongue would be lolling over to the side. I think probably. And maybe the lip would be flopping down too. Shiba Inus don't have too floppy of lips, but this is still floppy enough. Let's see. I'm going to draw the mouth at different ways. So if it's like this, and then it's open. If the tooth is big enough, it would block the tongue. The tongue would be sort of bent. Other teeth would be showing. But that's kind of from the side. I guess it's something I need the reference image to really get it to look right to me. Kind of like the closed mouth, though. Okay. Have a safe trip home. I don't know if you're driving or riding or riding a bike, driving a car. Be safe. Especially if there's lots of snow and ice there still, like you said. Man, I like this one for if I make a laughing one. I think this one is great. Doing it from the side even. Boop. Put a note on there. Oh, I really like this one. But it's very similar. I mean, I guess it's not a terrible thing if it's similar to the previous one. Here's the got to go one. It doesn't have to be totally different. The Sailor Moon one. Where is, there you are. Oh, it's not too similar. It's bending in a different way. It doesn't have the hand up, so. But I don't know how happy it looks or if it's more like it's. I think actually this one looks the most happy. Maybe I'll look at some more faces in here. This is like excited. Waku waku face. It's cool they have the people's art in here too. This one's more like, let's see, yeah, this one's more like this face. Ooh, some anger faces. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe the most straightforward representation is the way to go for happy. Happy is a pretty straightforward emotion. So maybe it'd be a lot like this one, but This one's actually... So I'm just trying to make sure that there's variety. Because if they look too similar to one another because they become so small, then it's hard to tell what... like, how can I say this? Once they come to be known, they can be recognized. And so I want them to be recognized, even their tiny, tiny form, as different. Exie likes bottom middle one. You like this one? What is this? This is another Wingo. For happy. I think it is good. I know I keep saying the same. I think, because I'm thinking the cogs are turning. Having it angled in some way is good. This is just more interesting. But I don't want it to be angled too similar to like this one. It's different too. I guess it could, this one could stand as both happy and laughing because I'm trying not to put any text on it so that they can be a little more universal. And this side view, you like more than this one? So your opinion does matter to me because I'm making these for you. You are one of the people I'm making these for. That I hope that you would like them and use them. So these ones are cute, but they're not very... The level is low. The emotional level is low. And this one's cute too, but it's quite similar to the hello one, the greetings one. Salutations, that's what I called it, because it can be hello or goodbye. They look mirrored to this one. Yeah, this is a much different angle. Basically, the face is pointing up like this instead of out or back. But I am wondering if I should lower the angle a little bit, because at this angle the nose is covering up the eye. Okay, let's try a few more sketches on a new page with this one as the idea. So let's see. Face angled up. Maybe it can be a little bit less off to the side. Happy eye. Another happy eye. And then if we put the nosy here, something like that. Toofies, tongue. And I definitely gotta look at a Shiba Inu, but just a general shape there for the face. Maybe back a little bit. Something like that. So that both eyes are visible. Or drawing the one in the middle again. More straight on. Happy eyes. Nosy. Toofies, tonguey. I guess with this one, to really get the angle across, the ears won't show up very much. Doing it from the front like this. How does that compare with what I did? Yeah, this one is slightly tilted slightly down compared to this one. But maybe it would be fine to cover one of the eyes. Let's try it knowing that it will cover up an eye. Let's do it really high up. Taking it farther in the other direction. I think that's a little too much. You gotta try. You won't know if you don't take it. Take it far in one direction so you know how far back to go. Yeah, the ears will disappear. I'm just thinking. Sorry, it's quiet suddenly. It's thinking. The ears will disappear. No, I could draw them the way they are here. Maybe if I search up Happy Shiba. Shiba Inu, then I can get some ideas. Some of these are so funny. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, I think it's a painting though. I think someone did a painting. I want the photo. Oh yeah, there's this classic one actually. This one right here. Oh, this might actually be a good basis. So we've got the same kind of angle. And then I can pull the corners of the mouth up a little bit for the sake of the emote. And then this way, the eyes, both one eye is a little bit covered up by the nosy, but both eyes are visible, both ears are visible. So that the silhouette, I think the silhouette comes through nicely, especially when it's a teeny tiny. That silhouette really matters. So yeah, let me sketch this a little bit. I think this is a... Maybe I'll just... I'm thinking about whether I want to flip that image. For the variety. I guess it doesn't really matter. This one is quite face on. And then the other one is all the way turned around, so it doesn't really matter that much. I wonder if it's perhaps I'm thinking of the way, so when you're typing in most languages it goes this way. So maybe that's why I'm imagining the face going this way. But it doesn't really matter because you could put it on, you could type a sentence and then put it on the end of the sentence. Then it's like the Shiba Inu is saying it this way. Okay. And then if people are typing into a different language that types the opposite direction, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Now I'm just going to sketch this Shiba Inu. It's a very angular face. This one from this stock image. Very angular up here, but then the nice, round, fluffy, adorable Shiba cheeks. And triangular ears. Classic Shiba Inu feature. I think for me that's how I can really tell if it's a Shiba Inu or a Shiba Inu mix because of the ears. Okay, nosy is right about here. And then the eyes. This one. This actual Shiba Inu does not have that much of a big, wide open mouth, but I definitely will make it bigger for Ranger. And the toofies going back. And it kind of just comes straight down until it hits this point. Straight down here too. And the part where the shoulder starts. And it starts to come out and be back. Bottom of the mouth. The chin. Like that. And then there's the little, for my Shiba Inu I always called it his dubba bubba. His double chin. They just have a lot of, they're ancient hunting dogs, and a lot of hunting dogs have the extra skin so that they can, well, it's rather graphic, but so they can be bitten but not be killed. Okay, I think I can use this. So, just having to drink water. I'm still thinking about turning it around because I keep drawing it this way. I'm gonna flip this image. Open image. And edit. Flip it. Boom. Flipped. Oh, while I'm at it, I'll crop it. Ooh, and I'll crop it into a square. Perfect. There. Check. Save. There. Now I have this switched around one. Mostly to use for placement and general shape of the facial features. Yay! So move off of that, and now I'm really going to use my favorite pencil that I mentioned at the beginning. Sweet. 15 minutes till break time, and then a whole hour. I think there's a good chance we could get all the physical media work done. Okay, about how big was I making these? I know I made the second one a tad bit smaller than the first one in the physical drawing. It's not the end of the world, but I want to try to keep them about the same size. Okay. Maybe I'll just sketch out a square. Oh wait, but I was using blue. Oh! I was using blue. I'm not gonna use you, pencil. Go into the blue. Because since I'm coloring these digitally, it makes it much easier to pull the line work out, and I don't have to do any erasing. Although I sketched this square, now I feel like it's too small. Fine, I'll erase it. I don't like to waste paper, so I'm not gonna. Some people would just move on to a new page and just be like, oh well. I don't like wasting paper, so. Save money, save resources. I need to draw this square bigger. You know what I should do? Is get one of my 6x6 squares of paper. In fact, I think I have one that I just have as a template. I'm gonna get up and look real quick after I finish erasing this. Alright, that's good enough. And then that way, I'll know I'm making them about the same size. Okay. Pretty sure I'm here. Oh, these are shape templates, but not squares. Not my little papers. I must check my closet. Oh, here they are. They're in the closet. Haha, hooray. Is this from my messed up one though? It's for measuring. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much. See, I even wrote for measuring 6x6. No, this must be from a good pad of paper, not that messed up pad that I always have to trim the sides. No, this is a good one. Yay! Yeah, I actually have a bunch of these. It's like a 11x14 or 9x12. Because I learned, actually quite late in my illustration career, my still young illustration career, that it's much better to work on a larger piece of paper than to work to the edges. So I made all these templates so that I can make the size I want and then have room for notes or just to work, because if you work to the edge and that's meant to be the end of your image, especially with physical media, it's not a problem with digital media, but your pencil goes off or whatever and it just looks different over here. So that's why I started doing that. And then I remembered I have the 6x6 template so that I can try to make them the same size. So I think the first one I'm pretty sure would fit 6x6 nicely. The second one is a bit smaller. So hopefully this way I'll keep them all about the same size. Okay. I gotta make sure there's room for the ears. I can't draw the head part too big. There's gotta be room for the ears. So the circle representing the head. And back ear. Something that I feel like is pretty, maybe not entirely unique. Yeah, maybe Akita Inus have it too and stuff, but Shiba Inu ears tend to, especially if they're show dogs, go straight on the outside edge. They go straight up on the outside edge, and then they angle into a triangle on the inside edge, instead of being kind of angled out like this off their head like this. Of course, with this face angle, you can't really tell that so much. But that's the kind of thing that, for me, makes it look like a Shiba Inu when I'm drawing one. They also have a little tiny dip in their head right along the middle part of their forehead. Okay, now draw some guidelines for placing the facial features. And the muzzle comes out like this. This circle is for the whole muzzle, and then this is for the nosy. Little circle for the nosy. Okay, eyes. They're going to be big, cute, chibi, and uppy anime eyes. So nothing at all like the actual reference image dog. But I will bring them to a point because Shiba Inus have the quite pointy eyes, not really. Well, I mean, they're round because they're eyes, but they come to nice, neat points on the inner and outer corners. Okay. Now the outer part of the muzzle comes out farther than the nose. And down, and then we're going to curve it way up to exaggerate the happy. Curve this puppy's lip way up. Yeah, it's going to be this huge, huge mouth. Not realistic at all. This is an exaggerated anime mouth. The reference image, I am seeing the mouth come straight down over here, but it feels better to curve it in to me. So I'm going to deviate from the reference here. And we can see some top canine teeth. I think maybe it should go out a little wider. For the chibi mouth. Yeah, something like this, I think. And then the tonguey. It's actually hanging out over the top of the bottom canine teeth, so you can't really see them. It's resting on top. So you can't really see. Oh, I see. You can see some of the top teeth back back here. Ah, okay. And then we actually need to make this side of the mouth even bigger. And the bottom back teeth, you can see. Yeah. Sorry about that blue. If I hold it closer, it's better. Here's how we are so far. It probably looks like nothing so far. Sorry about that. Shouldn't take too long for this though, so. Okay, back 2 V's. Let's tackle the nose finally. Guess I'll make extra sure to narrate what I'm drawing since it's not really visible till I get the ink on here. Getting the nostrils in. And I'm rounding the chin a little bit more. Clean up this area a bit. I want to get the sketch done even faster now that I realize how difficult it is to see what's going on. Now the fur inside of the ears. And then this sort of, it's almost like an owl, how an owl has this like shield kind of pattern on its face with the where the feathers grow. It's sort of like that with the Shiba Inu. Like a, supposedly for an owl, it helps with trapping sound so they can hear really well. So it works kind of like a satellite dish or something. I wonder if that ended up being the same thing with Shiba Inu or it's just an accident. Or like a coincidence. Okay, drawing the outside cheek. Okay, now that I've drawn everything else, I want to change the eyes because the mouth got really nice and big. I like it, but I want these to have rather chibi proportions and the eyes are too close together. So I'm erasing the eye closest to the viewer and I'm going to redraw it a little bit farther out because I think the one that's farthest from the viewer is actually pretty good for how big the mouth is, how wide the mouth is. Oh, I almost got all the little eraser bits. There. Oh yeah, sure. I'd love to hear anything. No guarantee I'll use it all, because I am so strapped for time that I can't do anything that takes a long time or requires extra daily effort or something. But if it's like some little small thing that I can do, I'm happy to hear all ideas. And like, even if I can't do it now, if I have the idea in mind, maybe I could do it later. So I would like to grow this year, but without sacrificing my main projects, without sacrificing my writing, without sacrificing my illustration, without sacrificing my physical or mental health as well. So that's the kind of thing that has really been guiding my decisions about what to do and not to do. Yay, thank you! Wow, it's like I don't just have people watching me, I've got people helping me, actively helping me. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, like the YouTube Shorts idea from yesterday from Wolf, I did not know how easy it was to make those on YouTube. Now that I know that it's super easy, well, why not do that? I think it's a great idea to help advertise my videos and then maybe get some people coming to live streams or at least watching the recordings based on... Or maybe they still don't want to watch the long ones, but they like the art that I'm making and they come to my Patreon or whatever, you know? Oh, welcome, Wolf! Welcome back! I guess that means you got home safely. I hope so. Yay, thank you. Thank you, Exie. Man, I am super happy with this. It's still not quite chibi proportions. Maybe I'll make the eyes a little bit bigger. I'll hold it up though so you can see how it is. I think this is pretty good. I think I might just make the eyes a little bigger to help make it look a little more like a chibi. Because right now it's just sort of like a cartoony version of otherwise realistic. Yay! I'm glad you think it's cute. Good, that means I'm on the right track to make it chibi. Yeah, I think maybe... Oh, and I'll move the eyes a little lower too. A little lower always helps with the chibi factor as well. So, little lower, little bigger. Trying to make the little exaggerated proportions. And then once I get the eyes to a point where I'm satisfied, it'll be time to ink. Oh, but it is break time. Let me get the eyes done first. I don't want to stop with this last little detail. I don't want to go to break time with this last little detail. Wait. Besides, Wolf just got back, so... Oh, yay! Yay! I'm glad to hear it. I'm getting stoked. I'm getting stoked. Bigger, bigger, bigger eyes. Bigger, happy anime eyes. Maybe if I also exaggerate the... Because I see the way that anime happy eye is happening is still quite realistic. I'm gonna go, wee! I've got to get my brain to realize I'm trying to go for capturing the emotion, not capturing the nature. I'm not going for realism, I'm going for emotion. Oh, there we go. Yes. Needed them much. Especially because when this gets made really small, the exaggerated uppy eyes, I think, should help. Should help. Should be more visible when it's tiny. I hope so. Hope so, anyway. Take a break. Okay. Alright, I think that's good. I shall take my break. 5-minute break for my little BRB. Too bad this is not more visible. I'll hold it up one more time. Yeah, make it look more caricaturized, exaggerated eyes. Okay, break time. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm back. Yay. That was nice. Oh, stretch on my back. So good. I also finished my cucumber snack, so I'm happy about that. I still have 3 mini bell peppers left. I love getting one of each color. It's so pretty. I love when my snack is a rainbow. Okay, what I was thinking was, I can just go ahead and ink this because because I don't think it'll actually be really hard to digitize this and also conduct a nice live stream. So I think that when I get done with the physical media, then that'll be the end of this stream probably. And so I'll have a whole week to think about these eyes. If I really don't like the way I am, I'm pretty happy with how they are now, but if they still bother me, I'm not 100% happy, but I can always just fix them in Photoshop because I'm going to color in Photoshop. So let's get to inking. Oh yeah, I'm going to ink out of here. I'm going to ink with these. My favorite Sakura Pigma pens. Okay. I'm going to look at how I did this. I use quite thick lines for the outside. I think it's a graphic one. Yeah, because I wanted rather thick lines because they're going to get really tiny when it's shrunk down. So let's just go ahead and start with the graphic one. And I guess we'll start with this ear and move our way down. That's another thing that's nice about these emotes is they, I want my clipboard real quick. Since I'm using such thick lines, they're really fast to ink. Okay. I want my clipboard so that I can move my sketchbook to the side easier because it sticks to this plastic table cover thing. There, and now using the clipboard I can go beep, beep, beep. Okay. I'll move these. I like to have them visible so people can see what I'm using. But I need to move them out of the side. Oh, thank you, thank you! Ah, it's so nice. So far so good for taking a break, being enough to stream for 2 hours. I'm very pleased about that because I was like, I really want to do longer, but I don't know if I'll physically be able to handle it. I've been able to handle it. Okay. Now this part of the head. And the other ear. Okay. I'm thinking about, well, maybe, yeah, I'll use this for the eyes too. I was going to put this pen away, but then I realized using it for the eyes is probably a good idea because they're so big. Okay, that's good enough. Let's move down. Move down a size. Anybody else take a break? Or maybe watching is a break, so it don't need a break from your break. Okay, and the fur in the ears. With the smaller, I'm using the 08, the Micron 08 size for this, for the inner lines. Nosy. And the mouth. this canine tooth, the matching canine tooth, and the little bit we can see of the back teeth on the top. And then the lips of the, oh my phone went to, oops. There we go. My phone went to screensaver mode and was just showing me a picture of my current dog. Current dog's this black puppy black lip stuff that puppies pretty much all have these black lips. So that's what I'm drawing there, and then I can draw the teeth inside of that. And then the edge of the tongue. And maybe we could see a little bit of this canine under here. And the rest is all black. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in these areas that should be black with ink. So these happy anime eyes, I'm definitely going to tweak this one on the side here once I got it in Photoshop. I didn't quite draw it the way I intended, but it's so easy to fix. I think I might move this one a little bit too, like angle it a little bit. Okay. And the inside of the nostrils will be black too because it's just a hole going into the head. So there's just not light coming in there. And this part of the mouth, I'm inking in, but I'll probably put a little bit of highlight on it digitally because it's moist, because it's part of the mouth. Man, it seems like I'm going to finish this really fast though, so maybe I will try to switch midstream to digital. Since there's so much time left, I guess I may as well try. Yeah, boom, that's it. I guess I can refine the outside line a little bit more though. It's like right here ended up a little bit thicker, and then here is not quite so thick, so let's just do a little bit of detail work on the outside line first. And add a little bit of thickness to it too. Oh yeah, I like that. Adding a little taper to the line as the ear meets the head. I like that look. Maybe I'll even make it thicker on this side of the muzzle too. Help it stand out, hopefully. To show that it's not, that it's sticking out in space. Show that it's not just like right up close to this side of the face. Ah, I see. Let's add a little bit more. It's so nice. I looked over at my screen over here, and then that helped me realize I didn't put extra thick lines on this side. So do that now so it's balanced. Chappy, my little dog Chappy, she's sleeping in the bed over here. She's having a dream and she's wagging her tail in her dream. That was so cute. Wow, these are so fast. I'm always surprised. Okay then, I will. So yeah, man, there's still a little less than 45 minutes if I'm calculating this correctly. So I don't want to quit this early. I thought it would take longer to ink that. So I am going to. I actually have to clear off my scanner. My studio is such a mess. My main workspaces I'm able to clear off, but then I like have to clear them onto each other sometimes, and yeah, it's one of my mini goals this year to actually get my studio cleaned up properly, so I don't have to do this. There, I'll just put that thing on the floor. And now my scanner is clear. Oh, you can't see this part, but I'm gonna see about. Okay, I'm actually having to switch workstations. So let me get my hands over here under the camera. So normally working here for physical work, but my digital work is the next workstation over. So I'm going to move my mic over there and hopefully switch to my desktop source. Ah, I knocked the mic against the monitor. And bring my Shiba Inu over to the scanner. If you're hearing a like whining sound, new content. Hearing like a whining sound, that's my scanner. I don't know why it makes that noise, but it's an extremely good scanner, so I just let it do its thing. Okay, let me adjust my mic a little bit. I'm gonna mute it for a second. Okay, back. I just wanted to angle it up because now it's lower. Hopefully, it looks like it's catching my voice at the same level as it was before. And so let's see. Let me get my programs open and stuff before I get Photoshop open and stuff before I switch. Ooh, this is gonna be exciting. I've never done this before. I have never switched midstream from physical to digital. I don't even know where the source is. Is this it? I think this is it. Okay. Okay. Got all my stuff open. Okay. I'm just checking real quick. I think it's all ready. Okay. Turn on. Oh, there it is. Yay! Well, that was easy because it just went right on top of. It went on top of the one that it should go on top of, but not on top of the ones it shouldn't go on top of. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm very happy that that was so easy just now. Okay, so first things first. You can't see me working with the scanner, but you'll be able to see my scanning process. You've never seen that before because I've never streamed that before. Okay, setting my sketchbook on the scanner, put the lid down. I had to pull the back out a bit so that it would close all the way. I don't know if that makes any sense. Whenever you put something really thick like a book in there, you have to pull the back where it hinges up so that it will lay flat. Otherwise the scan tends to be slightly unevenly lit because of the natural light coming in. I mean, there's still natural light coming in, but this is way better. Okay, so all I do is hit preview to start. And the scanner I use, this is one of the best presents I ever got. It's the Epson Expression 12000 XL. I'm pretty sure it's specifically designed for art, and it's the best. So I can scan my big pieces. I used to have to scan in chunks and then stitch them together in Photoshop, which is not a 100% kind of thing. So now, as you can see, this is an 8.5 by 11 sketchbook, and I could fit 2 of those on here. So the scanner is the best. Thank you to my husband's parents who got it for me as a gift. Okay, so now I just take this to cut the size I want. I mean, I don't have to cut it. In fact, I actually will cut it a little closer now, but yeah, I will. Because I can make it bigger. I don't need to get that extra data. I can make it bigger later. Okay, so I get how it wants. I get it how I want for what it's actually going to scan. Epson. Oh, you work for a competitor. That's funny. Who did you work for? Canon? I can't remember. I've always loved Epson stuff for my art projects, though. I use them for my my printing as well. I used this little rotate tool, though. I was gonna say, I didn't want to forget to say it. I use the rotate tool just because it makes it a little easier once I'm editing, because then it will definitely scan right side up so that the image I get, I don't have to flip it in Photoshop. And then within this marquee here, that's all it will scan. And so then I just click scan. And then we'll wait for it to scan. Oh, brother. Oh, right, because I have... No worries. My toner printer is a brother. That's kind of funny to say now that I've said that out loud. We got you covered. We've got you covered in Studio Mikarts. I'm taking a sip of my tea. It's the second use for this tea bag, but it's chocolate caramel tea. It's so good. I haven't tried it before today. And even though it's the second use of this tea bag, it's freaking delicious. Oh, really? Well, then I'm glad that we have a brother, because I like to have the best stuff, if possible. I found that sometimes prices are exaggerated just because of names or whatever, but a lot of the time price is justified because of the quality. It ends up being quality. So many times in the past I've been like, what? That's way too expensive, and I get a cheap alternative, and then it breaks, or it's just terrible, and I end up buying the other thing anyway, so... Oh, cool. That's awesome, because I love recycling. I always collect the little toners and the my ink cartridges for my inkjet, and I always bring them over to an office supply store. That's cool. So maybe we've been linked by this tiny little thread. Toner and inks and recycling. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now here is my image. So just open with Photoshop. I'll just... Sometimes I use the features in the camera raw, but usually I just open it. Boom, and there it is. Okay, before I forget, I'm going to take my sketchbook out of the scanner and then close the scanner, just to keep the dust out of the scanner as much as possible. Because with something as thick as a sketchbook, the lid is definitely open, and so little dust particles can float in. Okay, let's see. I've got to change my workspace a little bit. Get this out in case I need my glove for using my stylus. For now, it's mostly mouse work. I don't need to use this thing. This GE Force thing is always popping up. Okay. So I always like to make a new copy and just save the original scan, just in case something terrible happens and it's like, no, I can't go back for some reason. Also, let's save it. Save as. And this will be 2024. Oh, what was I calling these last year? Oh, I hate it when it's like this. Do a list, please. Thank you. Where are they? Oh, I know. They're not in here. They're in my projects folder. Cool. Yay. Okay, so now I can name it the same format. So Wolf, if it's not asking too much, how exactly do you support the program? Are you just like working with facilities, or like facilitating communication, or actually part of the collection process or the distribution or anything? I have no idea how that works. I used to work at a grocery store in the computer, it was the computer operators department. So I have a little bit of idea because we also did order entry and supported the warehouses. So I have a little bit of idea what might be going on, but I don't know. It's just, now that you said that, that's a very interesting topic. Okay, this is custom emote 3, and it's Happy Ranger. And this is just the base one, so we've got the date and stuff, and it's spelled right. Boom. Okay, save. Yeah, this first thing you should do is save. Oh, this tea is so good. I gotta drink some more while it's still hot. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do, this I have shown, is remove these. This I have shown in the past, I mean. I remove these blue lines. Oh. Ah, cool. Oh, so there's actually, seems quite similar to what I used to do as well. Yeah. Cool. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. I love recycling. It's such an interesting, the process behind it, and then it's such an excellent thing. Yeah, I worked in the IT department for about 8 years, and I called us, we were first aid. We were first responders for all the other departments, so we did a little bit of everything. We did a little bit of networking, we did a little bit of programming, a little bit of this and that, but never enough to like give you the skills to move into one of those departments, but just enough to put a band-aid on it if there was a problem. And then the order entry thing was the main thing that we did. We processed orders, made sure that they were received and stuff like that. And tons of troubleshooting. We also supported the help desk. That started to be the main thing we did when I left that job. So I'm actually kind of glad that I got out of there. It really started to seem like we were just going to be integrated to help desk, and I'm like, that's not really what I want to do. Anyway, let's see. So, first thing I'm going to do is desaturate. So getting rid of the color alone helps clean the image up. And then we just go into levels, and we'll play around with these levels until it looks really nice and clean. Oh, nice. Interesting. So yeah, that's so nice. You have specialty. The department I worked in was basically the foundation. Like, we just did a little of everything, like I said, but we never were given enough skills or opportunity to learn anything to go anywhere with it, kind of thing. Okay, so I'm just making these blacks as black as possible using this slider. What is this one called? Actually, it popped up a name one time, I think, but oh well. And then make the whites as white as possible, and also the middle tones help take away more of that pencil stuff, and then just keep adjusting them. And since this is for digital purposes, I take this way farther than when I'm just scanning an image that was all completely done in physical media. Because I want to get it as clean and black and white as possible. Oh, that's good. Wow, that's like a... I don't know. Sorry for always relating it to me, but I feel like you are living like an alternate universe of where I could have gone if that had been something that could have happened for me. Okay, I think this is good. Oh, yay! I'm glad you are liking seeing this. It's not as interesting, but I think it's helpful for anybody who wants to do this. And it's one of those things where I learned a little bit here, a little bit there, and then I sort of have this hodgepodge of techniques that became my own way of doing things. Which I think is how a lot of art works, digital or physical. So there are some areas with like smudges here, and definitely somewhere like this nose I want to adjust this a little bit. But I think it will be better to extract the black lines first and then adjust them and do cleanup. So to that end, I have this tutorial that I always use. It's my fave. I have it saved in my resources folder. And it's or I'll actually open it over here so you can see. This is it. This is what I always use. It has it for Clip Studio Paint, Paint Tool Sci, and Photoshop. And yeah, I always use this. So let me go down to the Photoshop one. Because it's so many steps, I can never quite remember how to do it. So I just always open this tutorial. Okay, is this the Photoshop one? There we go. Extracting line art, Photoshop. That's really, I'm glad to know that that's your philosophy. I have not always experienced that with people, so that's why I kind of excuse myself sometimes. It's like I don't want anyone to think that I'm just obsessed with myself and not listening to their story or something. But it is cool. It is really cool that we have that in common. Okay, so the step one is select all and cut. Then new channel. That's what I thought. Go to channels, create a new channel, and then you paste. Boom. Okay, now you have to go to selection, load selection, select, load selection. And the options you have to choose alpha 1, and you do want to invert it, and okay. And then that way it's like now selected all the black areas. New layer from layer panel. Make a new layer. And here we go. Now we fill. Edit. Fill. Contents with black. Normal opacity 100. And then no transparency. Boom. Done. Yay. Okay, close that. And then we don't need this anymore. And we can deselect. The first thing I like to do is go to layer and then put a stroke style on it, just temporarily, and in a funny color so that it's really easy to see, and also I make it really big so that you can see little areas like this. Like here's a little pixel that without this, you can't even see that that is there. So that just helps me make it really, really nice and clean to my personal standards. So we'll zoom in and start cleanup. So now I shall put my little art glove on so that I got the wrong thing out. I got my screen cleaner out. So that my hand won't stick to my tablet as I use my stylus on it. Okay. I'm gonna move my... I'm gonna knock down my little figure. Okay, gotta move him. Guess you can't stay there, Doma. Okay. The little acrylic stand of one of my favorite supporting characters in Orampia Saware, which is my wallpaper that you saw on my desktop. Doma. He's my favorite supporting character. My other favorite, it's really hard to get his little acrylic stand figure, so I just have to do without for him. Okay, now we want this one. We want the pressure one. So I can clean these up, smooth them out, get the little specks away. Little specks and smudges. It's actually really fun sharing this part of the process because, I don't know, it's just as big a part as the fun parts. I know, it's so hard. I know that logically, but I can't leave it. No. I cannot have this little pixel that will probably literally disappear when it gets resized to 36 by 36. Or whatever it is. There's like 4 different sizes because Twitch has 3 different sizes and then Discord has a different size from all of those sizes. I know, it doesn't make sense. It's not really necessary, but... yeah, at this point, it's just part of my process, so... yeah, and some lines I just accidentally went over the line when I was drawing, so I'll just clean that up. That kind of thing. Oh, here's a smudge. Clean the smudge up. Exie, the way you put that is still making me laugh. Laughing at myself, but it's because of this. It's ridiculous. I know it is. This part of the nose, I do want to change the shape of it. I just want to make this go out a little bit and this a little higher up than this side. But I'll leave that until... right now I'm just doing cleanup. Man, this is great. I don't know if... I feel like I'm making the art even faster than... I guess I was doing projects where I had to start from scratch. I mean, I started from scratch today. I just feel like I'm making art faster doing 2 hours. Not just because it's 2 hours, but because it's all in a row instead of over different days. This is just whizzing right by. It's awesome. Okay. Oh, tighten this up a little bit. Yeah, I think all I need to do for this eye is just bring this up a bit to get it to match the shape of the other eye. And oh yeah, I think, oh, I like that. I like that. Just tighten it up over here a little bit more. So I'm not just looking at this main image here. I love looking at this navigator image because it's smaller, so I can get a better idea of how it will look when it's really super tiny. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, when it was on the paper, I was like, oh, I want to change this eye, but I actually love it. I love the way it looks like this, especially now that this eye is adjusted. Ah! Yay! I'm gonna look at it when I'm done here. Yeah. Making daily posters made me much faster. Not only because I'm better, but the fact I need to finish it in time makes it faster. It does help having a deadline for things. I think this is much better for me because like before, well, for my illustration work, I was, let's see, let's go to black. I was just trying to, oops, I'm still in an eraser. Trying to get it done around lots of other things. But now, having it like, okay, 2 hours a day for 2 days in a row each week is just dedicating myself to that and then following through, and it's just working out so nicely instead of just being like, oh, this month I'm going to make this illustration, which is kind of what I was doing. I was trying to plan and say, oh, I'll work this much this day and stuff, but I would always have an excuse. I would always be able to find an excuse or spend too long on something else. Okay, I think I gotta even erase this bit. So this part of the nose was bugging me just because it was slightly bigger than this side, which doesn't make sense from perspective. This side should be bigger if any side is bigger. Okay, that's a bit too small though. Okay, I know. I'm gonna make this go out a little farther too. And let's make this a bit bigger. Close. Close. Nope. Oh, I think I like that. We'll stick with that. Okay, I'm done with these. These effects. Stroke effects. I need a teeny tiny eraser. I know, these are going to disappear too, but it bugs me. Bugs me. And this one... No. I changed my mind. Sorry. I changed my mind. I want to make this a little different. This is the trap of digital art. It's so easy to keep editing it and like perfecting it. But I got a lot done faster than I expected, so it's not like I'm running late or anything. I definitely did not expect to finish coloring everything all in one day on this, so. Oh, no. Oh, that's much better. I like the lineup of this. Maybe I just... Oh, so close. This part. Nope. 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 Oops. I did not mean to do that. Okay, that's it. I'm stopping myself. So I worked really hard the last couple of years on taming my perfectionism. Like, I legit had, like, clinical perfectionism. So I worked very hard. And although it does push me to go further than other people might go, especially when it's something that's going to disappear because I'm making it tiny, I've still gotten way better at stopping myself. So I'll stop myself. That's how the nose is going to be. Let's save. I have not saved in a little while. And take a sip of delicious chocolate caramel tea. Dang, this is awesome. Let me see. I want to... Oh, there's nothing else to do on the lines. Let's start adding some color. This is amazing. I am blowing myself away. Okay. Visual artwork projects. And I'm opening up one of my previous... I'll open the first one. So let's see. With the border or without the border? I'll do without the border, I think. I'm opening the first one so that I can pull the colors from this. Let's see. On all of these, I believe I started with the cream color first. And I like to start with the middle shade. So let's see. Oh, right. Wolf, I still have not learned this technique, but I remember it sometimes. I press the Alt to get the color. I'm learning it. I'm learning it. Okay, real quick, I want to name this. Come on, keyboard. Thank you. So you don't have access to my physical keyboard right now because I have the big tablet monitor, and so it's blocking my keyboard. I want to name this Lines. Oh, right. It's in Japanese, so we'll call it Sen. Line. Remember, that's what we did last time. Just turn it into a little Japanese practice at the same time. Oh, I just realized that my OBS is still minimized. There. I like to have it open so I can make sure nothing is going wrong with the video or the sound. At least from stuff where I can tell via OBS. Okay, and then this we'll call Kurimu. Cream. Kurimu. And since this is the base layer, I'm going to fill in the whole character with this color. And then use it as the layer upon which everything else will be clipped. So that nothing drawn on top of this that's clipped to it will go onto the empty pixels. Is this, it says it's a hard brush. Okay. I know there are faster ways to like fill and stuff, but I actually enjoy just doing more like physical media and swiping back and forth to color in, so. And I always like to color in past the lines and then erase back. Oh, puppies are thinking it's about time to go. They're not wrong. Only 8 minutes left. So if you're hearing the little puppy claws, that's both of them. Aoife and Chappy, both thinking about leaving. Okay, now I'm going to do my little layer style trick. Just to make sure that sometimes, especially when coloring with a light color like this, sometimes there could be a little empty pixel where you missed, but I don't see any. I can't move it while this is up, but I don't see any on the preview in the navigator, so I think I don't even need to apply that. Okay, now I'm just gonna go nice and small and erase back. Let me make sure I have the settings I want. Okay, hard round, pressure size, and opacity flow. Okay, good. Oops. That's a bit too small. Let's make it a little bit bigger than that. Just erasing away. Aoife is walking all the way around to the back of my desk so I can see her cute tail wagging in front of me. Now she's scratching herself. Sometimes it's hard to decide when there's this space between lines how far back to erase. And there's usually a spot or two where I end up changing it as more shading and color gets added. But in general, I tend to erase to like the halfway point between this edge and this edge. And then just see how it looks as the piece gets closer and closer to completion. Ooh. I guess my computer's getting warm. The fans are ramping up. I don't know if it's audible on the stream. But if you're suddenly hearing a bunch of... I don't know what it would come across as, but it's my fans picking up. It is really nice though. This is the quietest PC tower I've ever had. It's so nice. I really like it. Okay. Excellent. How are we on time? Oh, we still have 4 minutes. Let's keep adding. 4 minutes is enough to at least start another layer. So, let's see. Do we have a tongue showing? We do. Let's do the pink layers. We have a pink here. Turn on the pink. And the middle color is, so the lightest middle. Okay, so I usually do the base color, 2 layers of shadow, and then a highlight color. So that's, I'm going for the base color. Oops, I forgot about the alt. Okay, first, rename this pink. pink goo for pink. And then right click and create clipping mask. And now it's clipped down on here. But I'll do a little demo. You can now, as long as you're on the paintbrush, go like whoop. And this data is here. So if you release the clip, there it is. The data is there. But it's just so much faster instead of trying to color within the lines all precisely or something, to clip to a layer that you know you wouldn't want to color outside of anyway. Of course, I'm going to color precisely here because it's right in the middle of the drawing. I was going to do the same thing. Color all of it and then erase back. And this was a toofy, so I'm gonna erase there. And this is also a toofy. This one as well. Back tooth. Anything sticking out there? Nope. Just get this upper lip. I don't know how long it'll be before I'm not amazed at how fast the work goes doing 2 hours. And not doing a practice project, doing my main stuff. So good. I'm still super pleased. Oh, we got the cute tonguey on there. Let's see. Oh, but there's not really much time left. So let's call that good. Let's save. Yes, it's always good to save regularly. Although I have Adobe Creative Cloud, and their recovery feature has saved me at least a couple times when the power has gone out and I was in the middle of a project. So I'm very, very pleased with I'm lifting up I don't know if it sounds like I'm doing something physical, but I am. I was lifting up my big monitor. Okay, there we are. Dang, with how fast this went by, I think next week finish this up and then start another one. So we might start digital and then switch over to physical media. So that'll be interesting. This is so cool and different. It's very fun. Streaming is very fun and different this year. Yay, I'm glad I tried something different. Something new. Just not super new, but a different version. Okay. Oh, thank you. And you're welcome. Yay. Okay, well, I shall leave you there. It's the end of the week, so I won't see you again until Wednesday. I hope to see you on Wednesday. But yeah, that's all for today and this week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching.